Always on air, online, on mobile. Fox Toledo News at 10 starts right now.
Floodwaters threatening businesses in downtown Findlay as the Blanchard River spills over its banks. Good evening, I'm Sean Hegarty. Laura Emerson is off tonight. Downtown Findlay is now shut down. Main Street was just closed as the river goes more than 3 feet above flood stage. Fox Toledo's Heather Miller is on the scene in Findlay with how things are looking down there.
Water actually began coming up right next to the buildings here on the north side of the river in downtown Findlay right around 7 o'clock tonight. You can see the buildings are completely surrounded in some areas. Now, they have really done what they could to keep the water out, but right now people in Findlay, they're preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. Business owners scrambled tonight, stacking sandbags and preparing pumps. Everyone along Main Street is quite familiar with what happens once the Blanchard breaches its banks. The river is not expected to crest until early tomorrow morning at 17.5 feet. That's 6.5 feet above flood stage and just a half foot from record floods here in 2007.
It's somewhere around 14.5 we lose North Main Street, and then it starts coming to the South Main Street and works its way that way. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look at the map. But 17 definitely is in the downtown area.
So Main Street's going to get hit. We're going to have water going down Main Street. The buildings up there are going to be hit. About the same type of flooding that we had back in 2007. And we're just waiting for it, to be honest with you.
Elsewhere in the Findlay area, water threatened homes. Voluntary evacuations are in place, like here at Findlay Garden Apartments.
Look, lakefront property.
Sean Sampson remained in good spirits as he prepared to pack a bag and leave. He watched the water approach all day, but had to leave his second-story apartment after water began pouring into the basement.
They're going to turn off the boilers because of the gas, and if no heat, I don't think it'll get that cold, but still go someplace that actually cook food and stuff like that.
Now, tonight, the mayor of Findlay, he tells me he does have a request for everyone. He asks that you stay out of the downtown area unless you absolutely have to be here. He says they need this area clear. That way, if there is some kind of emergency, they will be able to get vehicles and crews in. So once again, you're asked to stay out of downtown Findlay until these floodwaters recede. Reporting on the scene in downtown Findlay, Heather Miller, Fox Toledo News.
And that sandbagging continues in Findlay as residents and the businesses try to stay dry. Some 35,000 more sandbags arrived today. That's in addition to the sandbags that were already in the Flag City. Some of those bags were handed out to residents in an effort to protect their property.
I'm going to put it up around our back basement door because last time that's where it started flooding in and we had to run.
And the plans are to continue filling those bags throughout the night. Now, if you need sandbags, you can pick them up at 224 West Crawford Street in Findlay or behind the Trenton Avenue Rite Aid. And all of that high water is forcing dozens of area roadways to close. Hancock County is under a level 3 weather alert for all roads along the Blanchard and Eagle Creek. That means the roads are closed and they are extremely hazardous and you could be cited if you're going through them. Employees, you should contact your employer about reporting to work. The rest of the county and Seneca County are under a level 1. That means the roads are covered in water, so you'll want to drive carefully. We have a complete list of those road closures, and they're changing constantly. You can go to foxtoledo.com and find them. The Red Cross has opened an emergency shelter at the Hancock County Agency on Aging Senior Center that is on East Melrose in Findlay. And as of this afternoon, they were helping out several people, and they have lots more cots set up for the rest. But they're ready to serve anyone who needs it.
Any of the families that do need to stay with us tonight, we're going to be able to provide them with a nice place to stay, warm meals. We've got a area where the children can be comfortable, watch TV, read a book. So we're pretty set to take care of any families that need some help over the next couple of days.
Anyone in Hancock County can come to that shelter. All you have to do is call if you have questions, 419-422-9322. ISO Impact is reaching out to flood victims as well. The organization is ready to provide assistance to those in need, but is also looking for donations. ISO Impact is accepting monetary donations and asking people to join what's called the Bucket Brigade. That means filling a 5-gallon bucket with a lid with cleaning supplies, food, personal care items, baby items, and pet supplies. You can drop off those supplies at the Waterville Warehouse that is on Farnsworth Road. For more information, you can call ISO Impact. It is 419-878 8548. And we have an extra set of eyes in the field tonight thanks to you, the viewers out there. Just check out some of the images sent into Fox Toledo. Here are some homeowners being evacuated from East Perry Street in Tiffin, and they're being evacuated, as you can see in the background, by boat. Next, we head back down to Finley, where at the corner of Howard and Fox Street, the water was rising as the sun was setting tonight. We're going to stay in Finley next, and the rising waters of the Blanchard, where even the road closed sign in the background there, no match for the water tonight. And finally, we end up in Fostoria, where this mobile home park was almost completely flooded in the northern part of Seneca County earlier today. When you see news or weather happening in your area, and you might see it in the next couple of days, don't forget we want you to report it and send it to us. Send those pictures to news@foxtoledo.com. Please include your name and the location of where you're sending that picture from. Your image could be featured on Fox Toledo on air and online. Of course, that flooding was triggered by the warmer weather and all that rain we got last night. So, will we see any more? Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Doug Moats, who is in the Storm Tracker Weather Lab, for a look at our first forecast. Doug?
Obviously, the Blanchard River, a major story for us tonight, but most of the area seeing swollen rivers and those rivers overflowing their banks. Good news is, as Sean was asking, is there any more rain? Not tonight. Over the next couple of days, we're going to be rather dry, but we do have this flood warning in effect for the entire area. Major rivers being affected, the Maumee River near Grand Rapids as well as near Waterville. Also, the Sandusky River at Tiffin and at Fremont. Those are the big ones right now that we're watching, all expected to reach flood stage by tonight and not crest until either the early AM hours of Wednesday or into Wednesday morning. Temperatures are going to be mild over the next couple of days. That's going to add to the snow melt. We'll see a bit of a cooling over Wednesday and Thursday, but still above freezing. Tonight we're looking at cold temperatures with a light wind outside. We are mostly clear, and sunshine will be out over the area tomorrow. As for tonight, just look for clear to partly cloudy skies, mostly sunny skies then for your Tuesday, and temperatures right around 40 degrees, so obviously adding to more moisture in those area rivers. We're going to talk about when we might see some rain, and I already told you not for the next couple of days, but there will be some in this week's forecast. The details on that coming up.